파이어 더 골드가 무료 배포 중입니다. 원노브 꿀템이에요. 노브 한 개로 간단하게 믹싱할 수 있습니다. 초보자분들이 쓰기 좋아요. 믹싱이 힘드신 분들에게 강추합니다. 드럼, 기타, 베이스 등의 댐핑감 넣을 때 꿀이에요. 다운받는 법은 이름, 이메일 등 정보를 넣으면 받을 수 있습니다. 락 클리퍼가 48% 할인 중입니다. 마선이 믹싱 등의 댐핑감 넣을 때 좋아요. 락 플러그인에서 클리퍼 부분만 따로 나온 겁니다. 특히 드럼에 사용하면 원하는 사운드를 만들 수 있어요. 노브 한 개로 조작해서 사용하기도 쉽습니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
So the interface only has a few options. There's this little toggle to go between a soft and hard clip, and then just dialing in how much you're clipping. You've also got in and out, which is great to have to adjust your levels. But this HQ right here, this enables oversampling, which is huge to have on a distortion plugin. Oversampling, if you guys don't know, do some research on it. You should have this on every single distortion plugin that you have, just because it can introduce some artifacts, specifically distortion and compressors and that kind of thing. They can introduce some artifacts if you don't have oversampling. So definitely going to leave that on. And I also noticed when I turn that on, we're not introducing any latency. So the interface is simple, it's easy to use, and I'm liking the way it sounds. So far this plugin's looking pretty good. But what I want to do is I want to compare it to the glue compressor soft clip function as well as a fruity soft clipper. So I'm going to bounce this beat with nothing on the master.
헤일로2가 50% 할인 중입니다. 신스 꿀템이에요. 트렌디한 사운드가 많습니다. 직관적인 인터페이스 조작으로 사용하기 편해요. 요즘 유행하는 하이퍼 팝 등의 장르 만들 때 쓰면 꿀입니다. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
When you activate the LFO, there's now a new fade-in knob. We'll bring in the LFO over time. The LFO rates now also go all the way down to 8/1. So there's 5 new slower speeds in there. In the distortion section, we've still got the original 3 distortions: warm, drive, and custom. In the custom section, down below, we can now change the bias. And, which I'm sure lots of you will be pleased about, there's now a bit crusher. In the FX section, there is now a ping pong delay, which we already have on our effect, and you can add some color to the delay signal. On the reverb side, there's a full wet mode. As well as the usual freeze, which creates an everlasting reverb. Up in the output panel, there is the
Decapitator가 75% 할인 중입니다. 디스토션 꿀템이에요. 사운드 토이즈 제품 중 베스트셀러 플러그인이에요. 사용법 간단하고 사운드가 좋아서 많은 프로듀서분들이 즐겨 씁니다. 베이스, 기타, 드럼 등에 거는 걸 강추해요. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
So obviously that snare needs a little bit of love, right? Let's turn off the bypass from Decapitator, and let's just walk through these parameters real quick. We've got a drive knob. This control operates kind of like an input control from an analog circuit. The harder signal is pushed, the more it will saturate. How it actually saturates is dependent on these 5 different styles down here, and these are all modeled on different hardware components that everybody knows and loves for their saturation and distortion elements. I'm going to leave a list right here on the side of the screen so you can check them out. So let's go ahead and drive the signal and see what we can't do. First, I'm going to solo the snare drum. You'll notice I'm at 100% wet, and I always start like this just so I can really understand what the effect is doing to the sound, and then I'll obviously roll back into the dry and just add that character that I'm looking for. So I'm thinking T right now. Let's go ahead and bring back the dry wet signal. So hopefully you can already hear how great it is. Now that's essentially the tip. It's that quick.
SSL 네이티브 에센셜 번들이 89% 할인 중입니다. 레알 믹싱 꿀템이에요. 개인적으로 강추합니다. 채널 스트립은 믹싱할 때 정말 많은 도움이 돼요. 로우 하이 필터를 걸거나 컴프 걸 때 사용하면 좋습니다. 버스 컴프는 작업할 때 필수로 사용하면 좋아요. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
Gotta know, man, I've been coming for it. I didn't say nothing, but then you knew it. I had this deep down in my heart forever. You gotta know, man, I've been coming for it. I didn't say nothing, but then you knew it. I had this deep down in my heart forever. Ties are severed. It's time to set the mood right, my mind tight. With the music flowing through me, it's gonna be alright. It is. I bet you I'd never doubt myself again.
The template includes this full demo song with audio, so you all can really get a feel for how things are set up. You can listen to the raw audio, how I tracked it, all the different aspects of the way I have this laid out. And then once you're familiar and comfortable with that, the actual template, or the one that you'll be dragging in files or tracking in, is accessible from the Project Alternatives menu. So just go up here to File, Project Alternatives, and then we're going to select the SSL native template, no audio. Once that's open, it's the same.
오존 10 스탠다드 크로스그레이드가 60% 할인 중입니다. 마스터링 꿀템이에요. 강추하는 플러그인입니다. 초보자분들이 마스터링을 많이 힘들어하시는데 토탈 솔루션이 됩니다. EQ 컴프는 물론 맥시마이저 자동 마스터링 기능까지 들어있어 사용하기 좋아요. 장르별로 작업할 수도 있어서 많은 도움이 될 겁니다. 사운드 베터에서 오존 엘레멘츠를 무료로 받은 후 업그레이드 할 수 있어요. 저렴할 때 득템하세요.
And press play. Master Assistant will analyze your track for 8 seconds. Once you're finished with the analysis pass, you'll land in the new Master Assistant view, where you have access to powerful high-level controls and metering. Before we go any further, let's get a quick listen to the before and after of our processing. We can make sure we're hearing a gain-matched comparison by pressing here.